Alright, so today on Worth It or Not, we have Mulaka. This game now it's not bad. It's not bad. I like to just jump straight into stuff. It realistically isn't bad. You play as a Tamohara shaman, in which you're fighting back the evil that's spread upon the land, like demigods and little creatures and so on and so forth. And I really didn't know what to expect out of this game. Like, I kind of went into this game thinking that it was going to be like a, not necessarily open world, but bigger levels than what exactly it was. Not to say that the levels are small in any shape or form or whatever you want to say, but it didn't feel like what was described in the game description. And I mean, this happens a lot, but I was actually looking forward to this game being like that one indie game that just kind of took people by surprise. Kind of like how Guacamole did for the community. When that game came out, like, it was kind of just went under the radar, but it blew up and it became a very, very successful game. But this game, like, I don't know, it just felt like there was something missing at times, but nonetheless, like, it wasn't that bad. And I always feel like I always kind of bash down games before I, bring them up. And essentially, that's what I'm going to be doing. This graphic style is one of those graphic styles where it's just timeless. Like, it works for games that are coming out nowadays. It works for games that came out during the 360 and the PlayStation 3 days. It looks like it's going to be working for, I mean, just pretty much near in the future. If you pick this game up now or later, it's not going to be that, damn, this game feels really aged for some reason. It's not going to give you that feeling, in my opinion. And the combat in the game is actually really fun. There's a lot of different mechanics that you can do. You have a super, which I'm just showing you right now. You also have combos with your left click, which is your light attacks, and your right click, which is your heavy attacks. And I don't want to spoil too much of the combat, but you're able to use different type of, items throughout the battles. And it creates, a little bit more depth to just the normal left click combat style. And there's an ability in the game which allows you to see things that you cannot see with the normal eye. So at times you're fighting enemies and you have to actually use this ability to see the other side, essentially, and fight enemies from the other side while you're still fighting enemies from the side that everybody else can see. But from the couple of hours that I've played this game, your primary objective from each level is essentially to get these 3 relics. After you find these 3 relics or unlock these 3 relics, then you open up a main gate and you have a boss fight. I feel like I'm not exciting enough to explain this game, but it's not a bad game is what I'm trying to say. And I mean, at a $20 price point, it's one of the best options, especially for the Switch right now, which doesn't have a lot of main titles. I think the hardest audience to sell this to will be the PC community, being that the Switch doesn't have a lot of titles, and a $20 title on the Switch will be very fine, especially for how this game looks and as well as how this game plays. And then you also have the PlayStation audience, which doesn't have many games like this, as well as the Xbox audience, which also does not have many games like this. So I think the hardest audience will be the PC genre, just because there's a lot of titles that are similar to this, if not similar. There's just a lot of titles in general just to play on the platform. So for me, if I was, to just play something on PC, I probably would not go to this title. But if I were a console player, especially a Switch player, I would be probably picking up this title or be really interested in this game. But that is going to be it for me on this episode of Worth It or Not. You guys make sure to subscribe, like, dislike. Also be sure to leave a comment below for any questions that you might have about this game.